When my girlfriend rejected my proposal and then posted, "Know your worth, queens. Don't settle for less," I quietly liked the post and commented, "Kings too." 6 months later, she saw my engagement photo online, and that's when she panicked. I'm 29, and even now, I can't believe I'm writing this. But I have to get this out. What happened in the last day has completely shifted my perspective. Let me start from the beginning. 7 months ago, I asked Natalie, 28, to marry me. We'd been together 4 years, living together for 2. I genuinely thought we were in it for the long haul. We'd often discussed marriage and having kids, those weren't taboo topics between us. She always seemed enthusiastic when we spoke about the future. I'm not some flashy guy, I work as an accountant, not a startup millionaire, but I planned a meaningful proposal. Took her to the same botanical gardens where we'd had our first date. Waited for sunset by the fountain. Got down on one knee and offered her a ring I'd been saving up for over 6 months to buy. A classic solitaire, exactly the style she had once said she loved. She looked at me and simply said no, not any time, or let's talk later, just a firm, emotionless no. She said things were moving too fast, after 4 years. That she needed to find herself and see what else is out there. I stood there frozen, humiliated, with strangers around watching the scene unfold. The drive back was dead silent. Within 3 days, she'd packed and moved in with her friend Melissa. And just like that, we were over. But things didn't end there. That same night, she posted on social media. Her caption was loud and proud, "Know your worth. Never settle. Level up, queens. Boss babe energy only." The comments were full of fire emojis and Yas Queen energy. Her friends treated her like she'd escaped from something toxic, not turned down someone who loved her deeply. I read those comments at 2 a.m., feeling like I didn't exist. I had stood by her side through her career switch, helped her pay off loans, supported her when her dad was ill, but suddenly, I was less than she deserved. So I liked the post. Left a comment, "Kings too." She deleted it within the hour, but mutual friends had already seen it. I didn't care. I went into robot mode after that: work, gym, eat, sleep. Deleted social media. Started therapy. Honestly? Best decision I ever made. Therapy helped me see how much I had dimmed my own light just to let her shine. 2 months later, a coworker, Jenna, 26, asked me to grab a coffee after we wrapped up a hellish audit. Just a friendly thing, she already knew about my breakup. We started spending time together. She was refreshingly direct. Clear about what she wanted. Appreciated the little things I did rather than constantly wanting more. Coffee led to dinner. Dinner led to actual dates. It felt like I could breathe again. Last week, Jenna proposed to me. That's right, she proposed. Said she knew what she wanted and didn't want to waste time. I said yes. We posted one simple photo, us on a mountain trail, captioned "Adventure Partner for Life." My phone lit up with kind messages from friends, coworkers, and family. Then, at exactly 11:43 p.m., I got a call from Natalie. I almost ignored it. But curiosity won. "Hello? Heavy breathing. Are you serious right now? Natalie? 6 months, Mason? 6 months and you're engaged?" I stayed calm. Most people say congratulations. To your coworker? That quiet little accountant? Her name is Jenna. She's not quiet. She's just confident without needing an audience. And yes, we're very happy. This is insane. We were together for 4 years. How could you just move on? The same way you did when you told me marrying you would be settling. Silence. Then she said something that stunned me. "I didn't think you'd actually move on. I thought you'd wait." "I barely dated anyone," she said. That caught my attention. "Barely?" I asked. There was a pause. Then she admitted it: the men Melissa introduced her to weren't who she expected. Turns out Natalie's little level-up experiment wasn't the dream she imagined. The investment banker? Just wanted something casual, nothing serious. The lawyer? Disappeared after 2 dates when she didn't immediately sleep with him. And the entrepreneur? Actually jobless, living with his parents, and just really good at curating an aesthetic Instagram feed. It didn't take her long to realize that what we had was real. She confessed she planned to come back to me after a year, act like she'd grown, learned something, and was now ready to settle down. So you wanted me to propose again, I said, and we'd ride off into the sunset, based on a lie? It wasn't a lie, she snapped. I did grow. I figured out what I truly wanted. Yeah, I said. You figured out your safety net was worth keeping around. She didn't like that. She completely lost it. Started yelling, calling Jenna a downgrade, a placeholder. Accused me of moving on just to hurt her. Said our mutual friends thought I was rushing things just to get revenge. But I stayed calm. You ended it, Natalie, I reminded her. You said I wasn't enough. I respected that. I moved forward. And now I'm with someone who doesn't see me as a backup plan, but as a first choice. You're making a mistake, she screamed. She doesn't even know you like I do. You're right, I said. She doesn't know the guy who had to shrink himself to make you feel big. She knows the me who shows up fully. I like that version better. That's when she said it. When you realize what you lost and come crawling back, I won't be waiting. Good, I said. Because I'm not crawling anywhere. I ended the call, thinking that would be the final chapter. I was wrong. 3 days have passed since that call, and things escalated fast. Melissa was the first to strike. She sent Jenna a DM on Instagram before Jenna even knew who she was. The message was a full-on performance. Hey girl. Just wanted to reach out woman to woman. I'm friends with Mason's ex and thought you should know he's using you as a rebound. He was obsessed with Natalie, begged her to marry him. After she asked for time, he stalked her socials. Now he's love-bombing you to get revenge. You seem sweet. You deserve better. Jenna showed me the message and we both laughed. She clapped back, cool and direct. Thanks for your concern. Though I'm curious, why are you more invested in my relationship than your friend's dating success? How did those setups work out for her? Melissa blocked her instantly. Classic. But it didn't stop there. Soon came the concerned friends, people I hadn't heard from in months suddenly wanted to check in. Brad messaged. Hey man, congrats, but quick turnaround, huh? You sure you're not rushing? Derek, my old college roommate, texted. Natalie's really upset, bro. Maybe you guys should talk? Even my own cousin joined the chorus. She reached out. Said she's worried you're making rash choices. Maybe just slow things down? The nerve. Where were all these people when I was shattered and silent? One engagement post later and suddenly they're relationship counselors. 20 minutes after those messages, I got a call from a new number. Natalie. I had already blocked her regular one. But curiosity got me again. Mason, we need to talk this through. Like adults. No, we don't, I said. You're hurting. I get it. But trying to rewrite history won't fix it. She pushed again. Why throw everything away over pride? What exactly do you think we had, Natalie? We were in a relationship where I thought we were building a future and you were quietly looking for something better. I made a mistake, she said. People mess up. Yeah, I agreed. Your mistake was assuming I'd wait around while you tried to upgrade. Mine was thinking you were serious about us. So you're marrying Jenna out of spite? No. I'm marrying her because when she looked at me, she didn't hesitate. She didn't say maybe later. She said yes. Natalie shifted gears. What about everything I helped you through, she said. Your CPA exams? When your mom was sick, I was there for all of it. I nodded, even though she couldn't see me. You were. And I was there through your dad's surgery, your career switch, and your panic attacks. That's what partners do. But it doesn't mean you get to claim my future like it's a reward. This isn't you, she insisted. You don't move this fast. You overthink everything. Maybe it's because I spent 4 years trying to figure out how to make you happy, and never stopped to ask if I was happy. Silence. Then she whispered, so, were you not happy? I was happy enough. But that's not good enough anymore. Her voice sharpened. So that's it? You're throwing away 4 years for someone you've only known for a few months? No, I replied firmly. I'm choosing to start something real with someone who saw me as her first choice. Not a backup plan. Not a safety net. First. When it all falls apart. If it does, it'll still be more honest than whatever we had. I hung up. Again. But that wasn't the end. Not even close. Yesterday brought the biggest revelation of them all. You remember how Natalie tried to play the part of the shattered ex who just made one bad call? Well, let's rewind that narrative. Jenna and I were having a calm dinner when her phone lit up. Her best friend Rachel had sent her something, screenshots from a dating app. You can probably guess who had a profile. Queen Natalie. But here's where it gets wild, the account wasn't made recently. It was created 5 months ago, 2 full months before she turned down my proposal. Her profile bio? A masterpiece of ego. Entrepreneur mindset. Looking for someone ambitious who matches my energy. No time for mediocrity. The screenshots showed messages where she told people she was recently single and ready to level up in all areas of life. Do the math. She was swiping on dating apps while we were discussing our future, while I was saving up for her dream ring, while we were still sleeping in the same bed. Jenna asked gently if I wanted to see the screenshots. I said yes. I had to. What I read was enlightening. Natalie telling people her ex was sweet but lacked ambition. That she needed someone who could provide the lifestyle I deserve. That she was too young to settle for safe. One guy asked why her last relationship ended. Her reply? I outgrew him. He was fine living in mediocrity. I want excellence. Mediocrity. 4 years of growing together. Of sacrifice. Of love and loyalty. That's how she summed it up. But the best twist? Her profile was still active. Last seen? 3 days ago. After our emotional phone call. After the crocodile tears and the I made a mistake confession. She'd even updated her bio and photos. Phoenix rising. Know your worth and add tax. I just stared at the screen and laughed. Not bitter laughter. Not angry laughter. Relieved laughter. It was like the fog had lifted. And then, just to hammer the point home, she texted me from yet another new number. Mason, I've done some reflecting. I'm willing to forgive you for how quickly you moved on if we can start fresh. I see now that you needed to feel wanted. I accept my part in that. We can work through this. She was offering me forgiveness. So I took a screenshot, logged into my social media for the first time in months, and posted. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Grateful for the lessons. Even more grateful for what's ahead. Then I added. Pro tip, if you're going to play games, make sure you're not leaving receipts on dating apps. I tagged Jenna with one line. Thanks for choosing me first. Always. My inbox exploded. All those mutual friends who had only heard her version finally got a look at the truth. Messages came flooding in. Man, I had no idea. Wait, she told us you ghosted her after proposing? She was already on dating apps? Bro, she made it sound like you went off the rails. Even Derek, Mr. Maybe you should talk to her, called and apologized. I should have known something didn't add up. And my cousin? Okay, wow. She left out some serious details. My bad. But the final blow? That came directly from Natalie herself. She wasn't done yet. It's been a full week since everything exploded, and I think this is the right time to write the last update, because I'm officially done giving this mess any more space in my head. After I posted the screenshots and shared the truth, Natalie went full meltdown mode. She posted an entire Instagram stories series accusing me of manipulation, gaslighting, and trying to turn people against her by twisting the narrative. This, coming from the same person who was on dating apps while we were still together, calling me manipulative? Irony has never screamed louder. But here's where she really slipped up. She forgot that Melissa had full access to her dating profiles. She used to help Natalie optimize them. And once Melissa saw the public turning on Natalie, she flipped. Probably to save herself. She sent everything to their shared friend group. Turns out, Natalie didn't just make that dating profile 2 months before saying no to my proposal. She had been actively dating for 5 months before I got down on one knee. Not just swiping. Actually going out on dates. Telling guys she was single. And there was even a spreadsheet. Yes, a real one. She and Melissa ranked men based on income, looks, job title, and husband material score. I was on a 2/4 in stability, but only number 11 in lifestyle potential. Number 11 out of 15. Top of the list? A venture capitalist who later turned out to be a crypto guy that lost all his money in a meme coin crash. She was talking to him for months, planning to jump ship once he leveled her up. But when he went broke 2 weeks before I proposed, suddenly reliable number 11 looked like the best option. She didn't say no to find herself. She said no because she thought she could do better. And when it didn't work out, she figured she'd come back to the man she'd ranked as her fallback. Melissa dropped it all in the group chat with a simple message. I can't keep lying for her anymore. She used me too. Silence. Then an explosion. People were furious. Not just about the cheating, but about how Natalie twisted everything. How she made people choose sides with half-truths. How she painted me as some angry ex rushing into a rebound while she was calculating and auditioning replacement candidates. She tried to clean up the damage. Posted about fake friends, betrayal, and how people were misinterpreting her standards. Then came the final card from the bottom of the deck. As a woman, I'm not allowed to have standards without being crucified. Standards? That's what she called it. But it was too late. People stopped buying it. Fast. Followers dropped. The guys she'd been messaging during our relationship started coming forward too. Posting their own receipts. One guy shared her message where she literally said, "Waiting for my boyfriend to propose. Gotta see the ring first. That'll help me decide. Not our bond. The ring." And then, she showed up. At my apartment building. Thankfully, I had already given the front desk her picture. Learned my lesson. Security called. "Sir, there's a woman here claiming it's an emergency. Is she hurt? In danger?" "No." "Then please ask her to leave. If she doesn't, you know what to do." She left. But not before causing a scene. Screaming, demanding, emotional meltdown. Residents filmed it. One video ended up on TikTok. Caption? Entitled "X flips out after backup plan gets engaged." Went minor viral. Last I checked 800K plus views. And just when I thought it was over, I got a final text. Different number again. "Congrats, Mason. You won. You ruined my name. Everyone turned on me. Hope you're happy with your downgrade. When she cheats, and she will remember. You had someone who loved you enough to want to be sure. But you couldn't wait. You let your ego ruin everything. Enjoy your boring life with your boring wife. You two deserve each other. I didn't reply. I just forwarded it to my lawyer friend who's been quietly collecting everything in case this ever crosses a legal line. But here's the truth? I'm happy. Like, peacefully happy. Jenna and I make dinner together. We laugh at reality TV. She slips sweet notes into my lunch bag. I surprise her with flowers for no reason other than it's Tuesday. We're planning a small wedding. No showboating. Just love. She met me at my lowest. And chose me anyway. I saw her when she wasn't trying to impress anyone, and I chose her back. No games. No backup plans. No spreadsheets. Natalie said we deserve each other. She's right. Last I heard, she moved back to her hometown. Most of her social media is gone. Melissa posted some cryptic quotes about growth through adversity and real friends. That Know Your Worth, Queen's post? Still up. My comment is gone, but the internet never forgets. Someone made a meme template out of it. Know Your Worth, Queens. Followed by screenshots of her dating profile while in a relationship. I didn't make it. I didn't share it. But it exists. And here's the thing about worth. It's not about what you demand. It's about what you give. I learned that the hard way. So did she. This chapter is closed. Wedding planning is actually fun when you're doing it with someone who really wants to marry you, not some upgraded version they think they can mold you into. I learned that the hard way. So did she. This chapter is closed. Wedding planning is actually fun when you're doing it with someone who really wants to marry you, not some upgraded version they think they can mold you into. And if you're reading this, stuck in something similar? When someone shows you you're just an option, believe them. Don't wait for them to realize your value. Find someone who sees it from day one. And yeah. Kings? Know your worth too. Peace victory hand. To everyone asking, yes, Jenna knows everything. She's read every post. Even laughed at the spreadsheet and said, Number 11? Please. Your top 3 in the right girl's book. She's the real MVP. And to those saying I moved too fast? Maybe. But when you've spent years performing for love, constantly auditioning for someone's approval, finally being with someone who just gets it, it's freeing. We're grown. We know what we want. Why wait? Natalie found this post. She had a lawyer send a defamation and emotional distress threat. Said I should take it down and pay her $15 for damages to her reputation. Yes, $15. My lawyer friend replied. All statements are factual and documented. Cease contact with my client. Any further attempts will result in legal action. Radio silence since then. Living well really is the best revenge. That, and being engaged to someone who finds this entire saga just as ridiculous as I do.